What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Peter Parkour, and I am a distorted theorist. So, I was not expecting this at all today. We have an Ahsoka teaser trailer from Disney Plus. There is a form of Star Wars celebration that is now that was, I think, being helmed either right now or it was last night. I actually think it might be in the UK. I'm clearly not up to date on any of my information. I'm a little behind with the times right now. But there's a ton of information that was released regarding Ahsoka, a couple of new movies as well, and the return of someone that I didn't think was going to be returning to the Star Wars franchise. Um, I'm very excited to get into this, but before I do, I want to take the time to thank any and all of those that are returning to view the Distorted Theorist content. Any of those of you who are new, feel free to hit that subscribe button and like and share this as well. And as always, make sure, if you feel like it, to drop a comment down below to tell us what you think of Ahsoka or just me in my crappy Under Armour hoodie and my very lackluster setup of nerddom. Beyond that, I do really want to get into the Ahsoka trailer. I have a feeling I know a few things that may show up in this because they've been hinted to in previous shows. But without further ado, let's dive into the Ahsoka teaser trailer from Disney Plus. All right, let's get it.
Something's coming.
It's a very similar
Something dark.
entrance to one of the last scenes that we saw.
I sense it.
Okay. Rosario Dawson just kills it as Ahsoka too.
This is a new beginning.
Oh,
For
that's
some,
Sabine.
war.
Those guys I remember fighting in. There's Hera.
For others,
Chopper.
power.
Very cool. We get some new Dark Jedi, Fallen Jedi, Sith. All of this
It's been a while.
Rebels.
Things have changed. I started hearing whispers
Mon Mothma? It looked like
about
Mon
Thrawn's
Mothma,
return
but is he Thrawn? Is he?
as
So
heir to
obviously
the
we're going to see
Empire.
Ezra. Oh, heir to the Empire.
We have to prepare for the worst.
My
The Jedi fell a long time ago. There aren't many
It's like Alec
left.
Baldwin, but it's not. This. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Perhaps it is time to begin again.
God damn. August. Oh, show me some Ezra. Come on. No, okay, I'm not gonna get Ezra. Okay. Wow. That's a lot to unpack in that trailer. We saw obviously Ahsoka Tano, we saw Sabine Wren, we saw Hera Syndulla. Obviously, we're not going to see one returning character. I'm not going to spoil anything from Rebels. And we didn't see Ezra. We didn't see Zeb, although we have seen the live action debut of Zeb in a previous series. Again, not going to get into that if you haven't seen it yet, but I don't really know how else to tell you that because there's only been two other series, live action series, that have been going right now. Well, three if you count the Book of Boba Fett, but let's be honest. I think that's been retconned at this point. But we saw Sabine Wren, we saw Hera Syndulla, we saw Chopper. We actually got to see the wah 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 of him losing his little mind. I'm not super familiar with a lot of the Rebel stuff because the Rebels. I'm on the last season of Rebels now, with the whole of Mandalore being taken back. But Rebels just didn't grab me as much. The characters do. Oh, I loved the characters of the Ghost. with Canon and everything and everyone else. I do love those characters. However, the storylines never grabbed me as much. I mean, there were some arcs that were great, and then there were others that were like, I don't know, this seems very. I know it's an animated show, and I know it's a kid show, but they just seemed very like I know that not some of these characters aren't supposed to be the smartest, but come on, you can work your way out of a paper bag with some of these. Anyways, besides that, we got to see them team up with Ahsoka in the several episodes uh, of Rebels. So this is pretty big. This is pretty much a Rebels reunion at this point. We saw the Ghost. We saw the little shuttle that they use in the shots as well. There's some returning ships that I've seen from the show as well. But now we've got a lot of what seems to be dark or fallen Jedi. At least two, but one of them could be there was a third person, but that could have been one of them in mass. We saw these going to be people from the past. We saw a shot of Thrawn, but we didn't actually get to see Thrawn's face. We saw him walking towards something. I'm assuming Ezra in captivity. I can't. This is. I'm very trying to remain contained right now because my wife is downstairs. She's doing her own thing, and I'm trying not to. But trust me, the heart is pounding. This is something that I've wanted to see for a very long time. To touch on a couple of other things that were noted that were released in the celebration of Star Wars, or the Lucasfilm, whatever you want to call it right now, the celebration, the whatever. It's not May the 4th yet, so I can only imagine what else is coming. But we've got 3 new movies coming. One to be directed by Dave Filoni, which sounds like it's going to be taking place in the Old Republic area. That's an area that I also know very little about besides Darth Revan and Darth Malgus. And there's going to be, actually, I can't remember who else. James Mangold, director of Logan and the new Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. He's going to be directing a movie as well. And someone else is directing something else that I saw, and I wasn't sure what it was. Now, one of these films, as far as I know, it might not be one of these films, but another one is going to feature the return of Daisy Ridley as Rey. She's returning as Rey. What this entails, is this just a follow-up? Is this a kind of a caveat to, oh, this is the stuff that I should have tied up at the end of Rise of Skywalker? But who's to say? There's no way to really know for sure until we get some more details. It's all speculation right now. I'm going to try and pay as much attention to this information as I can because I am the Star Wars nerd of the Distorted Theorists. Trust me, I know there's many more people out there that have much more knowledge and deeper awareness of the lore than I do, but I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. Justin, love you, buddy. You're the Power Rangers guy. You're the Fast and Furious guy. I'm the Star Wars guy. Okay? We'll just leave it at that. So yes, Ahsoka. And I forgot to mention this as well. We're getting even more Star Wars content at the end of this month as well. April 28th will be the release of Jedi Survivor, the sequel to EA and Respawn's Jedi Fallen Order, which came out in 2015, 2016? No, it's later than that, 2018? Came out a few years ago. I really enjoyed it. I'm actually pretty much just about to start a replay of that. I really enjoyed it the first time I played it a couple of years ago, and obviously I want to be refreshed for the new game coming out. So we're getting a lot of Star Wars content coming out, obviously with The Mandalorian finishing up very shortly as well. We had Obi-Wan last year. There's just so much that we're just Star Wars, my jam all the time. So anyways, so that was it for Ahsoka returning, or sorry, well, yes, I guess returning to Disney Plus with her own show in August of this year. I cannot wait. I've heard an inkling as I was searching through stuff that Rosario Dawson says that there is potential for a second season for this. So maybe we'll have an open-ended ending for Ahsoka. But who's to say? I'm happy with just getting the one season right now. As we know, I'd love to see a second season of Obi-Wan, but who's to say? All right, I'm going to leave it there. That's going to be it for me, Peter Parkour, talking about Ahsoka, the teaser trailer for Disney Plus streaming service, with the show starting in August of this year. Again, if you're new to watching these videos, thanks for stopping by. We'd really appreciate you hitting a like, share, and subscribe. We are so close to 4,000 subs, and obviously once we hit 4,000, we're obviously going to keep going. We want to keep this train going as long as we can. And as well, if there's anything that you want to comment about, please drop a comment down below and share to your social media. I don't know, do something with it. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up for me. I am Peter Parkour of the Distorted Theorist, and like we always say around here, keep it real.